What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again, and welcome to the 2025 NASCAR Diecast season, the first 2025 year model in the studio today. Ross Chastain's Busch Light Chevrolet Camaro. Let's hop to the Diecast review. And since we have a brand new Diecast box design for 2025, I want to take this moment to kind of look at the box design. And we're also going to be comparing it to a 2024 edition of this box design. Just give me a second. I got it right here. This is a 2024 Ross Chastain Busch Light Crocs Chevrolet Camaro. So looking at the box designs, the first two things I see, obviously the font is much more motorsports, much more aggressive. I love the new font. I like the 2024 box design. I think it was a really good improvement. I like seeing the color, the bright colors, the contrast. But notice here how on the 2024 box design, it's just, it's just white. But on the 2025, you kind of have this soft gradient. It's almost kind of like a flat steel or a flat aluminum look. I love it. It adds texture and character to the box, but it keeps the brightness to it as well. And you can see also a little bit more color than the 2024, as you have a blue stripe at top, but on the 2025, you not only have a blue stripe, or two of them actually on the top, you also have the two stripes around the car as well. So that's fantastic. You have let's take a closer look at all four angles of it. I'm excited to look at this because I freaking love when we get new box designs. But this one's pretty much the same. But again, I like the blue, which I think is going to change depending maybe on the team. I could be mistaken. Maybe all the boxes for the Cup Series will have blue. I'm not sure. Here's the other side of it. Pretty much the same. You have the 21 plus there. So just in case you didn't know. I love this one. This looks a lot better, I think, in 2025 because the blue line is covered up with the barcode. But with this, the bottom line is, but you can see the top one as well. And in the top of the box, pretty much the same, right? But I think the 2025 is actually an improvement. I'm glad they didn't screw it up. Like the 22-year model boxes were really bad. Look at the 2025 ones. Awesome stuff. W Lionel. Now I'm going to actually get it out of the Diecast box. And the 2025 Diecast season is underway. Guys, they could not have picked a better looking paint scheme to kick off the Diecast year. And look at this car, man. I thought the 2024 edition of this car was pretty darn good. Guys, they topped it. This thing is absolutely fantastic. And it's not a super glossy finish either. It is a little bit more kind of a semi-gloss. So a different texture to the car. But look at the paint scheme pattern. My goodness. All the blue gradients. You kind of have the trees. You have probably some water or some rivers. I mean, the outdoor theme to the car with the Busch Light logos. Unbelievable job. The white spoiler, the white mountains at the bottom of the car, that reminds me so much of the Coors Light days back with Chip Ganassi racing. And of course, this diecast does come on a diecast base. You can remove that, but I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're a younger fan and you're trying to remove these bases, have supervision because these plastic pieces can go everywhere. So yeah, be careful with that. Go over to the hood of the diecast. You have Busch Light brewed in the USA. Chastain, got the gold bow tie there. Go to the front of the diecast. Like, that to me looks so much like the Coors Light cars of the 2000s. So you got the number one. You got the new Trackhouse logo. I love that look. That looks fantastic. And yes, I know I said Chevrolet Camaro during the intro to this diecast review. It's officially a Chevrolet, not a Camaro. Nope, it's not a Camaro. It looks like one. It talks like one and it sounds like one, but it's not a Camaro, guys. It's just a Chevrolet. You go to your dealership, I just want a Chevrolet. Okay. Yeah, for those who don't know, they got rid of the Chevrolet Camaro for the stock cars. And they're kind of in a bridge or a transition year to whatever they're going to run in 2026, which I would not be surprised one bit. If this car still has success, they keep it. And I heard through the grapevine that out of the three manufacturer diecast, but the bodies, right, for the Cup cars, the Chevrolet Camaro is actually the best in terms of downforce and speed. And from my understanding, the other two manufacturers, Ford and Toyota, they've basically had to play catch up to the Camaro, and the Camaro was not allowed to change. They were not allowed to improve. From what I heard, they created the best downforce body of a stock car in the next gen era thus far. I can't confirm any of that, but that's what I heard. So they're basically Toyota and Ford naturally had to make changes to catch up to it. And if you really think about it, they actually did. The Toyotas look so much more like the Camaro nose. And same with the Ford. They kind of got rid of that round front end for more of an aggressive, flat kind of look to it. The Toyotas, they have a hammerhead now, Camry. So that kind of proves that point a little bit more. Got the number one right here. It's just a little bit skewed. The problem with that is it's a full wrap car, so they probably had to stretch the decal a little bit to get over this little. It's a very difficult area to wrap where the rocker box is. There's a little cutout. So it happens. It's a full wrap car. It's a beautiful diecast. Got Camaro Cup Series Busch Light, Jockey, Kubota, Moose. Got Simeons. Is that how you pronounce it? Get your B post decal. Ross Chastain. Go to the back of the car, and that's the new back end for the Chevrolet Camaros in the Cup Series. Just Chevrolet. I think it looks good. I'm going to still call it a Camaro because it looks like one. You know, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck, right? It's a Camaro. Anyways, this car, man, it just looks so freaking good. Just when you think they can't get the Busch Light cars any better, they find a way to top it, man. Great job. Got Quaker State number one, Busch Light Chevrolet ZL1. Of course, pick this one up from our good friends at Circle B Diecast. Pick up your copy today, the official first ever 2025 1/64 scale diecast. No, it's not going to be in the Authentics line. You're going to have to pick it up in the Gold Series, which is this line here. You're going to have your options of the 2025 diecast chassis version or the 2025 plastic chassis version. Pick up your copy today. I mean, hey, if you got a diecast series, a diecast stop motion, who wouldn't want this paint scheme in there? If I was still doing the Duralast Cup Series, this car would probably run every race. That's how beautiful it is. And yes, I do see there's a little decal portion that needs to be trimmed. That's fine. But at the top of the diecast, got the number one right there. Love the Trackhouse number one. Got Busch Light, Chastain, and then Race for the Mountains. I love slogans on stock cars. You know, we want to race the truck, or what can Brown do for you? You know, the UPS slogans they used to have in yesteryear. I love that on stock cars having slogans. So, absolutely, guys, what a beautiful looking diecast. If you haven't picked it up, make sure to get your copy today. It's one of the best paint schemes of 2025 that I've seen, and it most likely will be top 5, if not at least top 10. It's just great. It is just great, man. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. 10 out of 10. It's probably going to be one of my favorite cars of the year. Love the new box design. Fantastic stuff. Great job, Lionel, on that. They could have dropped the ball. Like, if you look at the 2021 box design and then you look at the 2022 one of them looks like a race car box. The other looks like newsprint. Like, that's how bad the 22 boxes looked. They stepped it up in 23. They got even better in 24. And they even got better in 25. Great job, Lionel, with that. I love to see the improvements. I mean, like, I'll show another diecast here. Say what you want to say, but they really are making some amazing changes in the NASCAR Diecast 1/64 line. Look at that. Red Goodyear tires, accurate to the All-Star race, right? Guess what they're also supposed to be doing? They're going to be making the pink window nets, from what I hear, for the Larson Roval race to win. And I imagine if there's any Roval paint schemes that were released late, because, you know, they had to, take time to manufacture the pink window nets, X, Y, and Z, they'll probably have that as well. That is improvement. The window confetti, that was not a part of NASCAR Diecast for a very long time. I mean, for the past 15 years, there might be more than 3, maybe 4 or 5 that actually had window confetti prior to 2023, when they really started to put it on the diecast. Technically 22, if you include the Joey Logano race to win and the Eric Jones Authentics line versions. But I digress. What I'm trying to say is they're making improvements. They're listening to feedback, and I love to see it. So a massive thumbs up from me to Lionel on this one, guys. Beautiful job, beautiful diecast, and I'm glad they got this one out early, right? Because if they didn't get this paint scheme ready, if Chevrolet didn't get their 2025, logos and whatever ready, this diecast would still be waiting to come out, right? And Fortunately, they got it out early. And one little thing that might end up actually being inaccurate is the American ethanol ring. I heard they're removing it. I have yet to see the paint schemes without it in the diecast form, so I don't know if it's going to be kind of like, what was it, 2011 when they introduced it, and like some of the paint schemes have it and some of them don't. I don't know. Are we going to get something like that? That's going to be interesting. Regardless, love the paint scheme. I'm excited. 2025 diecast season is here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That is all for today's diecast video. Have a blessed one. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.